What's going on, Creased fam? Welcome back for another episode 40 of the Creased podcast. I am one half of the Creased podcast. My name is Casita. I'm here with my partner in crime, Trey Treasy. What's going on, Big Trey?
Poppin', bro. Back again. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Back again, 40th episode. That's super dope. Thanks for watching the unboxing video this week. So that was pretty cool, and appreciate all the subscribers and everything. Please keep it up.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We love seeing the positive feedback or whatever feedback that we get.
Appreciated.
Yeah, but it's always appreciated. It helps us sharpen up and get better at our craft. So let's talk about the L meter. There's a couple L's happening this week. We had the prize possession, which was the top pace fours. A lot of people were doubting it at first, and now it's becoming one of those top releases of the year. We had both of the ready-made blazers made from recycled material, the black pair and the white pair. And then, of course, we had the 350 ash blue that dropped on Yeezy Supply. It was a whole week full of L's. I think I also took the L on the New Balance 991 20th anniversary as well. Anything else? did you?
No, I took that one for sure. I didn't try for too much this week. I definitely am one of those people that flip-flopped on the top pace fours. I was not feeling them at first. They're pretty dope. But I see a lot of people like scratching off that top layer on them, whatever that is, trying to make it look more rugged, and I didn't like that at all. So I think if you get the top pace fours, if you haven't got them yet, don't mess them up. Don't intentionally mess them up. They're not made for that. This is not that type of shoe. So just go ahead and enjoy those. Fantastic Jordan 4. But yeah, I took two L's across the board this week. Definitely, I was trying for the 991s, as you mentioned, and the top pace fours, and nope, neither of them.
Yeah, man, it was tough. The 350s, they were bricked on finish line. They sat there for a little bit, but of course,
we called that.
Yeah, we called it, but I think everybody was just more surrounded around the top eight. I can't believe I hadn't even heard of that. People, trying to alter the shoe, do a little surgery on it, take off the fuzz. I mean, I would rock it the way it comes, but that's just me.
And what did you think about? I know we never really got into them. Did you like the ready-mades? Thought they were dope. Yeah. that L didn't hurt very bad.
It didn't hurt as bad. No, definitely not. I don't care what the collab was. I mean, that was just tough. I mean, no, I'm not about to dog it too much because obviously it comes from a good place. But
like ambush vibes from it.
Say it again.
Those ambush dunk highs that released recently. That's kind of vibe I got from
it. Yeah, I mean, I'd actually take the ambush over the ready-mades, but
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, no, that one was tough. Anyway, let's talk about what we do have, what we're thankful for. KOTD.
It
was
portion of the show. That's one. The shit on Trey portion.
Oh my God, it's not that deep. Not that deep. Man, you've been coming strong though. You've been coming strong.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's nice, kind words from you.
I know you're about to come heavy this week.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and see it.
All right, here we go. My shoe of the week. Pulling out the Penny 6 this week. I haven't seen it out yet. There's a shoe that dropped in 2015. I really like this shoe. I am obviously the 1 cent logo from Penny. I was a huge Penny 5 fan. I loved all the colorways. I remember the Penny 5 was just like super hard to me. I think that it came out like a Miami color and an iridescent colorway off the bat. And I just remember being like, dang, I really want those. And I never came up on any 5s. So these dropped, and I wasn't feeling the 6 at first, but it does remind me a lot of a 1. It has the same like side panels and whatnot as the 1. So I do like that about it. This shoe, when it dropped, was $185. I got this shoe for $55 at the outlet. So I consider it a pretty big come up. It's obviously the Memphis or Orlando Magic colorway, whichever you choose to remember Penny by. Braided laces there. Other than that, yeah, man, this is my shoe, blue Penny 6.
Yeah, no, heat, of course. Shout out Penny. Yeah, got the flight technology inside of there as well. Shout out Penny. One of Nike's more successful brand ambassadors. That's a hard shoe, man. Penny 6s.
Thanks, man.
definitely. And what a come up story, man. $55 at the outlet. Yeah,
Yeah.
nah. Cannot pass that. Absolutely not.
RIP to my old Nike factory store that's no longer here, or Nike store that's no longer here.
Man, yeah, they come and they go, but Houston needs a definite standalone one for sure. We need one in the heart of the city to stand away from all the rest of them. In lieu of what we're going to talk about later in the show, for tracking order, I do have one shoe that I do want to bring out this week. I think it's only right to bring out the Carolina Blue 11s, low tops. These dropped in 2017. Y'all know what it is. It's just an 11, gum outsoles. Mine are kind of yellowing. They're getting there. I don't really wear the shoe as much as I should. Carolina Blue upper, leather up there. Nice sock liner, leather tongue, 23 on the back. You know what it is. It's just another 11. But yep, this is my shoe of the day. The 11 low UNC blue.
Dumb hard. Love that shoe. It's super white. It's super easy to mess up. So I love that
Gotta
shoe.
watch where you're walking, Trey. That's all it is.
Not with that white inliner, bro. No, sir.
White socks only. White socks only.
I think I've maybe worn my pair 4 times ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I've worn mine like more than a handful of times, but I love it, man. It's one of those
super sick. I love the shoe. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, great shoe, great shoe. So if you like what y'all saw there, go ahead and comment below. Let us know who you like, or who takes the cake this week. Is it the is it the Penny 6 or is it the Air Jordan 11 low UNC Battle of the Blues again, part 2 for this week. But let's jump right into episode 40 of the Creased podcast. Start off every week with fresh out the box. Coming up first is going to be the Air Jordan 1, what the Doernbecher edition. Man, this thing broke the internet for sure. So as y'all know, for the last 17 years, oh yeah, money everywhere. This was going dumb to the roof. So as y'all know, every year since 2003, Nike has given patient designers the opportunity to customize a Nike silhouette. This is all in partnership with the OHSU Doernbecher Children's Hospital out in Oregon. So for 17 years, Nike has been doing it. So since 2003, we've had some very highly coveted shoes come out of that. And all in all, I think Nike has made about $23 million in aid with this partnership. So, it's a good thing going. It's a great thing going, actually. But as we know, due to the global pandemic, Nike was not able to do the same thing as they've been doing every year. So this year, they've decided to put every single shoe from the past on a pair of Air Jordan 1s. We have some photos here as well to show y'all. So with this shoe celebrating the 17 years, they're only going to release 17 pairs of these shoes. The first pair went on auction on February 25th, part of Nike's virtual freestyle event. And yeah, the site crashed. It got to a point where the site crashed, and some of the bids were placed as high as $2.2 million. The remaining 16 pairs are planned to be auctioned off on eBay on a later date, but as of right now, the auction is now postponed. So what would be your top bid for something like this? First, what do you think of the shoe? I mean, we've all seen this, but what would you say would be your top bid for something like this?
$2.3 million. No, I don't know. I have no clue. These guys were going bonkers. If y'all were following our Instagram story, then I was trying to post an update as we go as they were bidding, and then I was getting ready to post 1.5, and then I was like, oh my god, it's already at 2.2, and then I think we were talking, and then by like 2.4 it crashed and it was gone. So that was the last thing I saw, was like 2.4 or something, but I was like, dang, this is insane. Only 17 pairs, so that means my size 12 there's probably only like 1 or 2 of. So my bid's gonna have to be pretty high, I would assume. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna this isn't even an L to chalk up. This is just like, I'm just happy for whoever gets these, right? Like, congratulations on this, because this is an incredible piece of art, of streetwear, of whatever you want to call it, right? There's, I mean, ultimate meaning behind the shoe. Other than that, I mean, it's got, if you like any of the DB collection, and if you're a collector of the DB collection, then I can see why you would go to the ends of the earth for these.
Yeah. Yeah, if I've had every single pair of DBs up until this point, I think it's only the DB Jordans that they're doing on these. So, but if I had all of the DB Jordans from this point, and then I could get these as well, yeah, I'm making like a shrine. I'm making like a big old section.
DB God for sure. And I mean, you would, if you have all the Jordans and you don't go get the other DBs, then you better have a damn good reason.
Yeah. I mean, well, at a bid at $2.2 million, I mean, it'd be hard for anybody to just come up on these. I'm looking for like celebrities to cop these. I think, did we see a Marcus Jordan in there? Did we see a Marcus Jordan on that bid board?
Oh man, someone get back on the right side of things, I see.
Hopefully there's no back doors on this one. So what has been your favorite DB Jordan thus far? What do you think?
Man, it used to be a toss-up. It used to be the 4 and the 6. It's the 4. My favorite DB is the 4. I've always liked the Superman logo. I've always liked the green and the black. I just always thought it worked well together. It pops. It's like I think when people think about the DB line, I think it's one of the ones they think of off the bat, if you know sneakers and stuff like that. I always loved the 6. I always thought the navy look on it, the inner lining was the quilted inner lining always looked super bomb to me. Let's see, non-Jordans. They put out a penny 1. I remember one year in the DB. I couldn't even tell you what year it was. I want to say that was the year they did like the Nike Free and the Nike Free 2.0 and all that same year. But it was a penny 1. It was all silver, and it had like the lightning on the swoosh here. They had it on the whole shoe, and it was in orange. So it was like a silver shoe with orange lightning all over. It was killer. It was nasty. And I was like, man, this 8-year-old kid is onto something. So yeah, man.
I said these kids are smart. They know exactly what to put on there.
Yeah, hell yeah. And I mean, they've all done fantastic jobs. Shout out to all of them. I mean, I remember when the 8 dropped and everybody was like, this shoe sucks. And now, like, it's crazy how much that has flipped on its head, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was one of those people too who said that the 8 probably wasn't the best. My personal favorites were, I love Jordan 4s, but I really did not like the DB 4s. Neither did I like the 8s, but the 6s and the 3s were probably the best ones to me. Yeah, I totally agree with you on the 6. Like when people think of the DB collection, I think the 6 is the one that gets brought up the most. Followed by, for me personally, I like the 3s. The 3s, it just has that nice red shimmer on there, so it's a really good take on a Jordan 3, especially when it comes from a patient designer. So I think those were really great. As for non-Jordan ones,
Dunk.
Man, the dunk, yeah, the dunk was pretty good. It had the little fried chicken thing on there going on. Speaking of fried chicken with Nike, they got that 90 coming out, which looks really bad in my opinion. But no, he killed it with the firefighter, the Green Bay Packer, and the fried chicken joint all mashed into one. So shout out to all the patient designers out there who do it big, man. And shout out to Nike and Doernbecher for putting this all together. So look out for that on eBay, and of course keep it locked on the Creased podcast on all social media platforms to let you know whenever those are about to go up for auction.
Drop your bids in.
Drop your bids. What's the most you're gonna pay for this? I'm not paying too much. Next up on Fresh Out the Box, we have our sister city, or our state capital, the city of Austin. They are the home of Nice Kicks. Nice Kicks, we know Nice Kicks has a great social media presence online. Anybody who's anybody that likes sneakers has probably visited their website and or their Instagram page. 5 years ago, they did drop one of the most coveted NMD R1s with Adidas, which was arguably one of the best shoes at its time. A lot of people are going crazy between those and the Roshi runs. With Adidas, with the Adidas collaboration with Nice Kicks and the NMDR1, they made the all red joint with the red tie dye on the front. Went stupid crazy online. People were dying to get this shoe. They are revisiting it again, once again, this time on an Ultra Boost 4D. It's going to be all black, same color scheme, except it's all black with black and white tie dye this time around. Um, Designer Frank Cook is the first one to reveal it. We'll have a photo available for y'all to see. So, what shoe do you think is better? Do you think this new shoe is going to do better, or would you still go ahead and get the NMD R1 with the red?
I would still get the red pair for sure. I mean, I like the white and black pair for sure. I like them, and I like that they're sticking with the tie dye. Right? They've done another multicolor tie dye Ultra Boost as well, and I think it's just. And then if you go on their website, the last like year or so, or maybe even longer than that, but I've noticed in the past year or so that a lot of their merch and stuff has. It's like towards the hippie, like all tie dye kind of stuff, and Woodstock. They have a lot of Woodstock gear on their website and stuff like that. So I think it's a cool theme to keep going for your company. I think it's a good one to catch on to, especially since tie dye was like super popping this past year. But personally, I would go with the red pair for sure. How about yourself?
Yeah, I think the red pair is the better pair, in my opinion. I don't even own a pair of NMDs. I do own more Ultra Boost than I do NMDs. But I think the red pair just pops a little bit better. And also, it's a great ode to the logo of Nice Kicks, which is red and white. So I think it looks a little bit better.
I do need that 4D printed sole though. I don't have any shoes with that sole. I need one of those in my collection.
I'm sure it's comfy. I'm sure it's comfy as hell, man. I'd be happy. I'd be happy to try it on. But I'd still probably take the red pair over it.
Air
With
test.
yeah, with the whole tie dye thing and the hippie thing, I think it's an ode to the city of Austin. As you know, their motto is "Keep Austin Weird." And if you've ever seen one of those "Keep Austin Weird" shirts, it's always in tie dye, and
They're keeping it weird.
yeah, keeping it weird as always. So, shout out Nice Kicks, shout out Adidas. We'll be looking forward to seeing that. Hopefully, we can get a pair in hand here, and we can do a great unboxing video for y'all. We'll be looking forward to that, of course.
Yep.
So those are actually slated to release on the 5th of March for $250 via the Nice Kicks shop. So kind of steep.
Oh,
Kind of steep. But hopefully we can see a pair in hand. Let's wrap up fresh out the box. Trey, what we got up?
all right. Last on fresh out the box is the big weekend everybody's been waiting for, except for the NBA players. AllStar Weekend. So hosted this year in Indianapolis. Is going to be on Sunday, March the 7th is when they're hosting the game. Atlanta, I'm sorry. It was originally set in Indy with the whole fan situation, right? Atlanta's been able to have fans. Indy cannot have fans. So it is in Atlanta currently. It was set for Indianapolis. So I don't know. Do you know if Indy's getting it next year? Do they get to bounce back?
I wouldn't know. I don't even know who's on the bid this year.
I feel like that would lose a lot of money for you if you thought it was coming in and then you don't get it. But I'm sure they have a plan for that. Other than that, Nike is all ready for the weekend as usual. So we will see 6 pairs set to release for the weekend. Only one currently slated. However, we will be seeing a Jordan 1 low and Jordan 1 mid, Air Force 1, Foamposite 1, which you've probably already seen before, the Nike Dunk High, which we will discuss here shortly, and a Nike Kobe 6 Pro Trail. We had to know some of those were coming. Kobe 6, or the Kobe is the MVP award now, so I assume we'll see lots of Kobe's throughout All-Star Weekend as usual. Other than that, do you have any thoughts on the Nike rollout for All-Star Weekend?
I think it's kind of lackluster as compared to prior years. They set their theme this year to barely green, which it's a very, very, very dark green, all white. It looks kind of rather boring in my opinion. The only thing that they have on there is going to be the commemorative patch that goes on the back heel on the dunks. As for the other shoes, I haven't seen if they put that type of logoing on there as well. But
It's on the tongue branding.
if the Kobe's are going to drop as they said they will with the Chaos All Stars, I think those would be very fire. That would be one of the ones that I look out for more over the Dunks. So
Fair. Yeah, I mean, Kobe. I mean, I don't think it mattered what it would look like. I think this Kobe would be top of the list no matter what. For this weekend, as far as the rollout we've seen so far, the foam posit we've seen is I think it's all black with the barely green on the sole and the upper right. So I mean, that's another shoe that will be probably releasing for 250 that you probably shouldn't spend 250 on, but so be it. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I like the Nike Dunk, the high. I do like it. I like the light green. I do think it looks good on when you put it on the big panels like that. I know on the AJ1 low and mid, it's not as obvious, I guess you'd say, because we've seen the Dunk High on the app now, and it looks, to me, it looks pretty cool. I think I'm definitely gonna try for it. I think it's a pretty good drop for sure.
Yeah. Shout out Nike trying to make it done, trying to get things done amid a whole global pandemic. It's a great feat to try to do. Do you have a favorite AllStar kick from the past? Anything that you like? What was something that you would probably want to see re-retroed? I think this would be a better call than trying to put out something new or just bring something back from the past.
Ooh, that's hard. Kobe 8s. Kobe 8s for sure. Other All-Star game kicks. Ooh wee. What about you? Well, I think about
I mean, the Kobe 8s were great. Those were really fun. The Area 72 pack,
yeah,
those were hard. The New Orleans Gumbo pack, that was hard.
pretty hard. Yeah, I remember I did not like the LeBron as much. The LeBron was nice, but the rest of that pack smacked for sure.
I think the LeBron 10s, the Area 72s were probably one of the hardest.
Probably. Those were crazy. The purple joints.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, insane for sure. That team was on such a roll at the time. It was like going so hard at the time. So yeah, no, I agree. That's right up there for me as well.
Galaxy foams.
I mean, yeah. Jordan 3 the free throw lines.
I mean, those are the ones that actually, they put the sneaker game where it is right now. The phone posits, they started doing guaranteed tickets, or they started doing you got to be on the app. That was the only way to do it now. So is it a cursed shoe? Do you blame it for do you blame it for the way that sneakers are today? Because later on that year, the Concord 11s they dropped. That was 2011. So yeah, that was a tough year for sneakers, man. A lot of people were getting into fights. That was the end of camping as we knew it. So,
Oh, that was yikes. No, that was tough. That was tough. That I remember that all the Jordan 11 issues. But yeah, I mean, with the foams, I mean, every Saturday when you wake up and take your L, just you can thank the Galaxy foam for that.
Exactly. The foam is the reason why your sneakers app is on your phone right now. Precisely. So that's gonna wrap up Fresh Out the Box. Stay tuned and stay locked on our social media platforms. That is at creased.podcast on most platforms. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Don't forget the TikTok, man. TikTok is
right now.
Yes, sir. So next up, we have order confirmed. This is everything that dropped in the past week that we couldn't get our hands on or couldn't get around to on the previous episode. Starting off, man, my boy Salehe, Bembury, man, the ANTA, he dropped a collaboration. This is his second rollout with the ANTA brand. The shoe's called the Nest. There's two versions of it. There's the SB1, which is the high top, and then the SB2, which is the low top. I think a lot of people are going crazy for these low tops. They dropped in an abundance of colors, anywhere from like pearl white, all black. There's orange and greens and teals and bubble gums, all over the place. These released for the high tops were $120. The low tops were $90. These dropped on the 24th via Mr. Bembury's website, which is called Be a Sponge. And sponge is spelled SPUNGE. So both of the shoes, they feature an upper which is made out of a neoprene, and it's a cutout overlay. And then underneath that is an elastic inner liner, and then they have a TPU like cage with the midsole and the outsole. The SB1s, like I mentioned earlier, is a high top shoe with a detachable booty in there, which can be reattached with a weatherproof zipper. These are both ideal for people who take trails and hikes. But I think it's a great shoe all in all. I personally like the low tops. I tried to get a pair of the low tops, but I was at work and I was not able to get to a computer by the time that these released. What's your take on these, Trey?
You say you like everything about this shoe?
I personally do, man. I think this shoe is hard. I really do like this shoe.
I think it looks interesting. I think I follow him on Instagram, and I do see that he hikes a lot. So I see where the inspiration comes from. I know he's all into the trails and the wilderness and everything, and that is exactly where this shoe derived from. I think it looks very interesting. The low top is definitely the way to go. I think the only colorway I've seen so far that I enjoyed was it was almost because there's a yellow pair with like orange and black on it, but then there's like a more dark yellow, like a goldish top with the black sole on it. And of course, that's going to get me. But I mean, overall, the shoe is not super tight. I don't like the overlays. I don't really like the TPU. I don't like the laces. I don't like the sole on it.
Sound like you
Yeah,
don't like the shoe.
I don't like the shoe. Does the zipper come all the way down in the heel?
No, it stops at the like at the top of your toes. So like the bottom part, like the forefoot.
Yeah. No, I don't like any of that. He's
Strange.
done some great work. This one is not for me. How much did these run?
They were $90 for the low tops and 120s were
That's
high.
great. That's great. I'm with that. I'm with $90 for sure. I wouldn't buy these still, but that's fantastic that he's selling this shoe right here for $90. If y'all don't know about Anta, primarily I want to say like known for basketball in the States, right? Klay Thompson's brand. He's signed a bunch of other people to Anta. I think I'm not gonna lie to you.
Rajon Rondo's
Rondo signed to him. Yeah, someone else got their own shoe recently. I can't think of who it was with Anta, but someone else got their own model. But yeah, that's how we know Anta for the most part here in the States. And yeah, I mean, shout out to my man, like steady getting collabs, bro. Like, keep doing it, bro. Keep doing it. We're here for all of it, no matter if this is what you come out with on some of them.
But man, Trey's a hater. I'm not. Go ahead and send me him. That would have been great during the Houston Freeze a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah.
that would have been great. I would have loved the pair personally. So resale market on these are ridiculous as always. They're going for double, triple the price of a $90 shoe. So if your wallet's deep enough, if it runs that deep, go ahead and get those and send them to me. Address, I'll DM it to you. All right.
Donation.
Donation, gifts and donations for sure. Next up, we got the Atmos brand, Japanese. Man, the Japanese great Atmos collaboration with Staple Pigeon, Jeff Staple, the boy, and then Puma, Puma Suede. Shout out Puma, man. The Black Fives, they gave us some love, and we got nothing but love for everybody, man. So shout out Black Fives and the Puma Hoops brand out there. This release, they have the Pigeon and Crow. This released on the 27th of February for 100, roughly around 114 USD, which is 14,000 yen. I think it's yen is the correct one. So it's a classic silhouette dressed in a pink upper. They got gray eye stays and laces. The heel tab is black, and the outsole is also black as well. The staple logos, as we know it to be, the pigeon is going to be located on the lateral side with a black not swoosh, but a black Puma branding to go down there. And then the medial side, the inside of the foot, is going to be the crow, which looks like just a blacked out pigeon, but it has like a feathery kind of goldish black Puma branding on the inside. What's your take on these? Is this something that you would probably want to do? Staple is everywhere. Staple has done a collaboration with damn near everybody at this point. Is this something that you consider to be on the top 10 list?
Ooh, not on the top 10 list, probably. Maybe like towards the end of it. I don't think this is like towards the top of that list for me. Definitely not. But this shoe is super dope. I like it a lot. The like light gray upper is really nice. The only thing I'll say I don't like about it is where the eye stays are, where it's like that darker gray.
Mm-hmm.
Why that's not just black, I don't know, or teal, or the pink, not teal, the pinkish color. I don't know why it's not that color. I don't like that dark gray on there, but other than that, the shoe is super cool. I like all the details with the crow and everything. The inside Puma little branding there is super fire. I like that. They could have put that on the whole shoe. I understand why it's on one side, but they could have put it on the whole shoe and popped. The back of the heel tab where you get like the fur on the back is cool. I mean, hey man, if you get Staple and Atmos to collab on one shoe with another brand, it better be something, right? It better go crazy. Yeah, I think they did a good job here. I mean, I think Staple could have done this by himself, or Atmos could have done this by themselves and figured it out. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool that they're all together on it, and absolutely something I'll be looking to buy because I am a Puma Suede fan.
Yeah, man, Puma Suede's one of the most traditional convectional type of silhouettes out there. And it's great that the Japanese giant Atmos and people like Jeff Staple can see a vision in that shoe, even collaborating together. So I think it's a great shoe. I wait for it to release stateside. It only released in Japan as of now, or released on the Atmos website. So that's the only way to get it. But I can't read Japanese. That way I couldn't get it. So
and I'm shipping here right now anyways, my friend.
If you have a pair of these and you'd like to highlight them, go ahead and post them on your social media page and use our hashtag Creased Podcast in order to get a feature, possibly on our next episode. And last but not least, we have the tracking order set in place for our final segment of episode 40 of the Creased Podcast. As always, these drops are tentative as everything can be canceled or postponed or delayed. So always check with your local foot sites and always update your apps as you go forward. Trey, go ahead, start us off. What we got up first on tracking order?
Yes, sir. So, man, if not the hypest shoe of the year so far, definitely one of. So the Air Jordan 1 University Blue is our first shoe up on tracking order this week. It's going to come out on the 6th for $170 via your sneakers and local retailers. I'm sure if you've been interested in this shoe, you've already looked into it. You already know where it's going to be. I'm feeling like a major mocha hype with these, where it is growing by the seconds for sure. So we got Chicago color blocking with the UNC blue replacing the red throughout the shoe. Definitely by far one of the most anticipated drops of the year. You get, I mean, it's light blue and black and white. I mean, you pulled out the light blue and white shoe earlier. I mean, you throw a black swoosh, and I mean, it's just so nasty, bro. I love this colorway. Definitely one of my favorite colorways. Powder Blue 10 is one of my favorite all-time shoes, and it's because of the colorway. And this hits right on the money. I love this shoe. I think it's a great shoe. I'm looking forward to taking my L. So what do you think about the Air Jordan?
It's not that deep, Trey. You're due for your dub. I promise.
Sure, whatever. Appreciate that.
You are due for your dub, man. Of course, you already know I'm all over this. As you know, they did do exclusive access a couple days ago for this shoe. So hopefully somebody out there got a size 12 and
somebody got one.
Yeah, somebody got a size 12 out there, my girl. But yeah, no, I'm all over this shoe, man. This shoe's great. I have the Obsidian ones. Man, honestly, I would probably trade up. I would trade Obsidians for the UNCs. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely agree.
Yeah, this is a great shoe, and I'm looking forward to it. Most people say it is just another Jordan 1, but come on, you can't be mad at this. If you had the Chicago's and then you had this, and then you had nothing else for the rest of your life, I think you'd be good.
Yeah, you're okay for sure. I mean, this for people that don't like royal blue, this supplements your royals, right? Like this hits. This is not an everyday shoe, but this is a shoe you can wear 4 times a week and be completely fine. You know?
Yep. Looking forward to that one a lot. Next up, we have the Nike Dunk Low SP, not SB, SP special. This is the City Market. These are set to drop on the 4th of March for $110 via the sneakers draw system. like they've been doing with all the other dunks. It's a draw system, so it's a random person gets to get them. This shoe is made with a burlap-like upper, with transparent swoosh and tongue as well. The nice thing about it, it gives a very what the kind of vibe to it, with each panel being a different design. And the shoes are designed to look like that of durable materials that are usually upcycled in today's society. So you'll see some from like rice bags, you'll see some other panels from coffee bags. There's also a little nod to the beginning of Nike with a blue ribbon sports tab on there as well. The shoes are all dressed up and they come in a grocery bag of all things. And then the grocery bag is going to say, "Thank you for caring." What's your take on these? And do you think this is a great take on environmental responsibility?
Ooh, environmental responsibility. I mean, not so much with this one. I like the concept and all that. I wish there was more. I wish we got more of the meaning behind it, right? I haven't read too much onto the sneakers app and stuff like that, but I mean, it's for me. I like the concept of having all the different bags on it. It's the same, to me, the same concept when you strip it down as the street hawkers,
Mm.
right? Where you're just taking a bunch of different themes and meshing them into different panels and stuff like that. So I think it's a really good idea. The detailing with the blue ribbon sports that you noted was, I mean, as genius as it comes. So it's really smart little odd nod to themselves. So I think that's pretty interesting. I like the shoe. I'm gonna try for all dunks going forward, I would assume, and hope for the best. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the SP Low City Markets for sure. I think it's interesting, and there's a few other ones coming out soon that I'm also looking forward to.
Oh yeah. Oh man, there's a huge dunk day coming up as well. As you know, this is not the only dunk that's going to release on this day. There's also the whole Supreme line with the SB dunk lows. But with the focus on the city markets for this week, I do think that this dunk is probably going to be at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the rest of the dunks that are set to release this year. Um, I do like the shoe, all in all. I will be trying for it, of course, like any other shoe. Um, Now, with its take on environmental responsibility, it would have been better if I think if they incorporated some of that of the space hippie line in there with like the Nike grind on the outsole. I think that would have made a little bit more sense. But all in all, I do believe the shoe is a complete package. So I'll be
Yeah,
looking forward to it, of course.
yeah. This is not as environmentally friendly as Space Hippie Line. That is like the end of the spectrum. That's going as hard for the environment as you can possibly go. This is like, hey man, we don't want to like throw away these bags, so we're gonna put them on the shoe. Like that's really nice. Like that's super nice of y'all. But
Yeah.
that's not like going as deep
Find
as,
it too.
yeah. They're like resourcing things that they've already used and stuff like that for the space hippie. So I think that's, regardless, it's an effort, and a lot of brands are not putting even the effort in. So shout out to Nike for doing that, and looking forward to the city markets as well as all the other dunks coming up. We can move on to our final thing in tracking order. Tentatively on 3/6 as well for $200. We will be getting what Kanye West is now calling the Yeezy 450. This is no longer the 451 as some people alluded to, but it is going to be the 450. This is the sock-like runner essentially that ties up. It's got the cage claw-looking sole on it. It's very cool looking. It's very interesting. I want to say this is like, like a more wearable version of the foam runner, whereas the foam runner is more of a casual at home wear for me. I think this is more of an out and about kind of thing. It might just be the laces to be, for me, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's a knit-like booty with a sock fit ankle collar encompassed into a tooth bone-like caging with thick rope laces. So I mean, that's a hell of a description there. It's a great upper with a white outsole. Are you going to be in on these for $200?
I wish I had smaller feet, honestly. I
Ooh,
really do.
that's a good point.
I think this is going to be a great shoe for smaller foot people. I can't imagine my big size 12, size 13 foot slipping in something like this and really trying to sell it on anybody. I do appreciate the aesthetic of what the shoe is. I think it does look great. Um, Personally, I love things that bend the norm and like really just don't fit well on most people's feet. I think, you know, taking those type of risks are very intuitive and very important. Actually, it's actually very important in today's society because we are encompassed around shoes from the past. Like you have those pennies right there, and you know, it's like I was showing 11s that dropped in 2017, but you know, the original pairs dropped in 96. So you know, I think we're all stuck in the 90s or stuck in a particular decade, and showing this type of initiative to make a new classic, I think is a great take, which is why I adore this shoe a lot. I really love this shoe. Um,
I love that point. I think that point is amazing in the fact that when we were coming up, those were the new shoes coming out, right? So for the era that's today, this is what they can look back on and be proud of, right? Thanks
so
to
that's what
Kanye and
now.
Adidas for making new stuff, whether some people like it or not, right? Like we can't just sit in the past forever as far as this goes. So that's an amazing point. Amazing point.
Exactly. But I like the shoe, but I think it's gonna look better on people with a size 10 and a half,
Yeah,
10 and a half and below.
yeah. Especially when they put it out in like all red or something. It's gonna be
Look
wild.
crazy. Yeah, you'd be looking crazy with your, you know, wide ass feet walking down the street with those shoes on. I would love to try them on though. I think it'd be important to keep it for like nostalgic purposes. But all in all, this colorway is great. I'm also looking forward to the all black one that comes out later in the summer. Of course, we're going to talk about those when in due time. But
I'm trying to flex it like Schlitterbahn in
yeah,
these.
you know what I'm saying. Well, I mean, that's what the foam runners are for, Trey.
Yeah, I feel you. Same.
What's your take? You like these? Is this on your radar?
Not this colorway in particular, the all white, but I don't mind the shoe to be honest with you. It's hella crazy. It's super interesting, but I like the laces on them. I like having the laces. I like being able to tighten them to my own liking. So yeah, $200 colorway is gonna have to look very nice for the lack of material going into a $200 shoe, but very cool. It's gonna be like I assume once they start rolling out these colorways, this might be like a summer 2021 must-have kind of situation.
I
So
see.
it wouldn't shock me if I find a pair in my collection here soon.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you know, you got the best luck on Yeezy Supply, so um, I will be looking forward to seeing them in your collection, my man. Um, so that's gonna wrap up episode 40 of the Creased podcast. If you made it to this portion of the video, that means that we love you, we appreciate you, and we could not do this without you. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, like,
Yeah,
comment, share all of the posts that we ever post to all of our social media platforms. We could not do this without y'all. Again, we appreciate all of the feedback and everything that y'all do moving forward with us. Uh,
yes.
Trey, you got anything for the people?
No, man, literally cannot do it without y'all. So we really appreciate y'all watching. We really appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We're gonna keep coming with it all 2021. If y'all have something y'all want to see, there's some shoe that we missed and y'all want us to go back on and talk about, just hit us up on Instagram or any of the outlets Casita mentioned, and man, we'll promise we'll bring it up to you. We'll shoot you a story or something on IG, and we'll let you know what we think about it for sure. So keep interacting, and we're gonna keep rolling them out.
Absolutely. Well, until then, till episode 41, like always, ain't no half stepping around here. So we'll
So
catch y'all for that in the weeks to come. Till then.
peace.